All right, let's go step by step, word by word, line by line, in the most simple and easy way, just like teaching a small child who knows nothing. I will explain everything with examples so you understand completely. 1. What is administration? Administration means managing and controlling a big area properly. An empire is very big, so it is divided into smaller parts for easy control. Imagine a big school with 10,000 students. If only one principal manages everything, it will be very difficult. So the school is divided into sections, and each section has a head teacher. This way, the school runs smoothly and in an organized way. Similarly, in an empire, rulers divide the land into small parts for better control.
How was the empire divided?
The big empire was divided into smaller units like this. One province called Desa or Bhakti. The biggest division was called a province. It is like a state in a country today. Examples from history: Sukuli Desa, province of Sukuli, Tira province of Tira. Modern example: think of India as an empire. Delhi, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu like provinces. 2 division called Pradesha or Vishaya. Each was divided into smaller parts called divisions. It is like a district inside a state today. Example from history: Arakina Pradesha, division of Arakina. Modern example: Maharashtra, a province state, Nagpur, Pune, Nashik districts. 3. Why was this division important? The king could not manage everything alone. He appointed officials to govern each province and division. This made the empire strong and well organized.
4.
Final summary, the most important points. The empire was divided into smaller parts to make ruling easier. The biggest unit was called province in Desa or Bhakti. Each province was further divided into divisions, Pradesha or Vishaya. These divisions helped in better control and administration. Now you understand everything clearly. If you still have doubts, just ask. All right, let's go step by step, word by word, line by line, in the simplest and easiest way possible, just like teaching a small child who knows nothing. I will explain everything with examples so you understand completely. Naka 1. What is religion? Religion is a belief system that tells people how to pray, what rules to follow, and which gods or spiritual figures to worship. In the Gupta Empire, people followed different religions, but they lived peacefully together. Religion in the Gupta Empire, the Gupta rulers treated all religions equally. The 3 main religions at that time were Vaishnavism, worship of Vishnu; Shaivism, worship of Shiva; Buddhism, teachings of Buddha. Example: think of 3 different schools in one city. One school teaches science, another arts, and another commerce. But all students in the city live together happily. That's how different religions coexisted in the Gupta Empire. 3. Were the Gupta emperors religious? Yes, the Gupta emperors were Hindus, but they respected all religions. Most emperors followed Vishnu and were called Paramabhagavata, meaning great devotee of Vishnu. Example: if a king loves cricket, he might be called greatest cricket fan, but he still allows football and basketball in his country. Chandragupta II, a Gupta king, was a strong follower of Vishnu. How did they support different religions? The Gupta rulers gave land, money and resources to all religions. They helped build temples for Hindus and monasteries for Buddhists. Example: imagine a rich person donating money to build a Hindu temple, a Buddhist monastery and a mosque. This is what the Gupta rulers did. Chandragupta II's minister gave land and money to Buddhist monks at a monastery in Sanchi. Modern example, like the government giving money to support a Buddhist temple today. Support for Shaivism of Shiva. Another minister of Chandragupta II built a Shiva temple in Udayagiri caves. Modern example, like a politician building a temple for Lord Shiva today. 3. Support for Vaishnavism, worship of Vishnu. In another Udayagiri cave, sculptures of Vishnu with his wives were found. The Gadwa stone inscription mentions money given for Brahminical institutions, Hindu religious centers. Modern example, like a Hindu king giving money to build a Vishnu temple today. What can we learn? The Gupta rulers were mainly Hindus, but they supported all religions. They gave land and money to different temples, monasteries, and charities. This helped in peaceful religious coexistence. Now you understand everything clearly. If you still have doubts, just ask. Alright, let's break everything down in the simplest way possible. Word by word, line by line, like I'm teaching a young child who has no knowledge. I will explain every single thing with easy examples so you understand it 100%. 1. What is the Mathura pillar inscription? What does inscription mean? An inscription is a message or writing carved on a stone, metal, or pillar. It helps us know about history because it was written by people who lived a long time ago. Example, imagine you write your name and date on a tree. After 1,000 years, someone sees it and learns about you. That's what inscriptions do. They help us understand the past. What is the Mathura pillar inscription? It is a very old inscription found on a pillar in Mathura, India. It was written in the year 380 AD, which is about 1,600 years ago. It tells us about a religious teacher named Uditacharya. It also gives information about Shaivism, worship of Lord Shiva. Example, think of the Mathura pillar inscription as an ancient history book written on stone. 2. What is Shaivism? Shaivism is a religious tradition where people worship Lord Shiva. Shiva is believed to be the most powerful god in Shaivism. People in this tradition pray, build temples, and follow spiritual teachers. Different sects in Shaivism. In Shaivism, different sects were formed, each group teacher, and had its own customs. One such sect was called Maheshwaras, followers of Maheshwara, another name for Shiva. Example, think of cricket. All cricketers love cricket, just like all Shaivas worship Shiva. But some follow Sachin Tendulkar, some follow Virat Kohli, some follow Dhoni, just like Shaivism had different sects following different teachers. The Maheshwaras were one such group that followed their own special teachers. 3. Who was Uditacharya? He was a great teacher, guru, in the Maheshwara sect of Shaivism. He was the 4th teacher in a spiritual lineage, teacher-student chain, from Parashara. He was the 10th teacher in a line that started from Kushika. Example, think of a family tree. If you are the 10th generation in your family, it means 9 people came before you. Uditacharya was the 10th teacher after Kushika in this religious group. Who was Kushika? He was the first student of Lakuli. Lakuli was believed to be an incarnation, rebirth of Lord Shiva. Lakuli had 4 main students, and each one started a different Shaivite sect. 4. What did Uditacharya do? He wanted to honor his teachers and gain spiritual merit, punya. He built a special religious place called Guru Ayatana. He installed 2 shrines, small temples, named Upamiteshvara and Kapileshvara. These shrines had lingas, holy stone symbols of Shiva, and statues of the teachers. Example, imagine you build a temple for your grandfather and great-grandfather in your home to honor them. This is what Uditacharya did for his religious teachers. 5. What was the Guru Ayatana? The Guru Ayatana was a special temple dedicated to great teachers. The statues and lingas, Shiva symbols, were placed there. It was similar to a portrait gallery where important people were honored. Example, imagine a museum with pictures of famous scientists like Newton, Einstein, and Galileo. The Guru Ayatana was like a museum of great religious teachers. A similar portrait gallery for kings was called mentioned called Pratima Nataka. 6. What was the purpose of this monument? Uditacharya did not build it for his own fame. He built it so that future generations of Maheshwaras would worship and take care of it. He wanted the Maheshwaras to see it as their own property and maintain it. Example: imagine a teacher builds a school and tells students, "This school is not for my personal fame. It belongs to all students and they must take care of it." This was exactly Uditacharya's message to his followers. 7. A similar example in another inscription. Another inscription from Mandsaur stone inscription, mentions a Devakula Sabha Vihara. This was a gathering place for religious activities built under Kumaragupta and Bandhu Vampal. Think of it like a big religious community hall where people came to pray, meet, and worship. Final summary, everything in simple words. The Mathura pillar inscription is an old stone writing from 380 AD. It talks about Uditacharya, a great teacher of the Maheshwara sect. He was the 10th teacher in a religious lineage from Kushika. He built a religious monument, Gurayatana, to honor his teachers. He installed statues of his teachers and lingas of Shiva. He wanted future generations to take care of it and use it for worship. This was not for his personal fame, but for the spiritual benefit of all followers. A similar idea was seen in the Mandsaur inscription, which mentions a big religious gathering hall. Now you understand everything clearly. If you still have any doubts, just ask. I will explain better. All right, I will explain everything word by word, line by line, in the simplest way possible, as if I'm teaching a young child with no knowledge. I will break it down step by step, give examples, and make it super easy to understand. 1. Who was Chandragupta II? Chandragupta II was a powerful king of ancient India. He ruled a large empire called the Gupta. He was one of the greats of the Gupta dynasty. Ruled from about 380 AD to 415 AD, more than 1600 years ago. He was also called Vikramaditya, meaning the brave son. Example, think of a famous king like Ashoka or Akbar. Chandragupta II was one of the most powerful kings in Indian history. 2. What were the important cities in his empire? Chandragupta II ruled over many important cities. Let's learn about them. 1. Pataliputra, Patna, the capital city. The main capital of Chandragupta II's empire was Pataliputra. Today, Pataliputra is called Patna, which is in Bihar, India. In an old inscription, the Allahabad pillar inscription, Pataliputra was called Pushpa. It was a very rich and powerful city in ancient India. Example, think of Delhi today. Just like Delhi is India's capital, Pataliputra was the capital of Chandragupta II's empire. 2. Vidisha, in Malwa, Madhya Pradesh. Chandragupta II was also associated with Vidisha, an important city in eastern Malwa, Madhya Pradesh. Malwa was a rich and cultural region in ancient India. Vidisha was an important trade and religious center. Example, think of Mumbai today, a big city important for trade. Vidisha was like an ancient Mumbai, important for trade and culture. 3. Ujjayini, Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh. Some people called Chandragupta II the Lord of Ujjayini, Ujjayini. Ujjain was one of the most important cities in ancient India. It was famous for trade, learning, and religion. It is said that Chandragupta II ruled from here as well. Example, think of Bangalore today, a big modern city. Ujjain was like an ancient Bangalore, a major city of the time. 4. Vaishali, in Bihar. Vaishali was also an important city in Chandragupta II's empire. It was an ancient city of learning, trade, and politics. Example, think of Kolkata. Just like Kolkata is historically important, Vaishali was a key city in ancient India. 3. Why was Ujjain important for Chandragupta II? Chandragupta II is believed to be the same as the legendary king Vikramaditya. Vikramaditya is connected with Ujjain in many old stories. So some historians believe Chandragupta II ruled from Ujjain for some time. Example, imagine a king has two homes, a main palace, Pataliputra, and a secondary palace, Ujjain. Chandragupta II probably ruled from both cities. 4. Chandragupta II's coins. What types did he issue? Chandragupta II ruled a huge empire with many people and different cultures. To manage this big empire, he issued different types of coins. These coins had different pictures and symbols on them. Example. Think of Indian currency today. We have 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 coins and notes. Ancient kings also issued different types of coins to be used in trade. 1. Archer-type coin. These coins show a picture of a king holding a bow. It represents strength and bravery. Example, imagine a Superman logo. It shows power. This archer coin was like a Superman logo for Chandragupta II's power. 2. Couch-type coin. These coins show a king sitting on a couch, sofa, throne. It represents royalty and comfort. Example, think of a king sitting on a golden throne. This coin showed the same thing. 3. Chhatra umbrella type coin. These coins show an umbrella above the king. Umbrella symbolize protection and divine power. Example, think of a VIP car with security. The umbrella showed the king was special and protected. Lion Slayer type coin. These coins show the king killing a lion. It represents bravery and the king's ability to defeat enemies. Example, think of a wrestler winning a championship belt. This coin proved Chandragupta II was a great warrior. 5. Horseman type coin. These coins show the king riding a horse. It symbolized speed, power, and control over the kingdom. Example, think of a king in a sports car today. It shows power and mobility. Each of these coins had different styles and designs.
No power, but 5.
Summary. Everything in super simple was a great king of the Gupta Empire, ruled 380 to 415 AD. His main capital was Pataliputra, modern-day Patna. He was also connected to Vidisha, Ujjayini, and Vaishali. Some people called him Lord of Ujjayini, linking him to the famous Vikramaditya. He issued 5 major types of coins. 1. Archer coin shows the king with a bow, symbol of strength. 2. Couch coin shows the king sitting on a throne, symbol of royalty. 3. Chhatra coin shows an umbrella over the king, symbol of protection. 4. Lion Slayer coin shows the king killing a lion, symbol of bravery. 5. Horseman coin shows the king riding a horse, symbol of power and speed. These coins helped run the empire smoothly and showed the king's power. Now you understand everything clearly. If you still have any doubts, just ask. I will explain it even better. Alright, I will explain everything in a simple and detailed way, step by step, word by word, line by line, as if you are a young child with no prior knowledge, understanding the silver coins of Chandragupta II. 1. What is a coin? A coin is a small round piece of metal used as money. It has 2 sides, front side verse and back side reverse. It usually has the picture of a king or ruler and some words written on it. Example, imagine you have a 1 coin. One side has Mahatma Gandhi's picture and the other side has the Indian government symbol. Who was Chandragupta II? Chandragupta II was a powerful king of the Gupta Empire, 355-415 CE. He was also known as Vikramaditya. He conquered many places, a kingdom called Western Kshatrapa. After conquering it, he started making silver coin in that region.
3.
What was the Western Kshatrapa kingdom? Before Chandragupta II, the Western Kshatrapas ruled parts of Gujarat, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. They used silver coins for their daily trade and business. When Chandragupta II defeated them, he became their new king. But the people in that area were already used to Kshatrapa silver coins. Example, imagine a school where students wear blue uniforms. Now, a new principal comes in, but instead of changing the uniforms to red, he adds his school's logo to the blue uniforms. This way, students feel comfortable with their old uniform, but new principal's identity is also shown. Similarly, Chandragupta II kept the silver coins but made some changes to show his rule. What did Chandragupta II change in the silver coins? Now, let's carefully understand what Chandragupta II changed in these silver coins. A. Front side of the coin, obverse side. The old Kshatrapa coins had the face of the Kshatrapa kings. Chandragupta II kept the same style, but now it showed his own face. There was some Greek letter side because the Kshatrapas followed Greek coin designs. On the left side, he added Brahmi numerals, Gupta-style numbers to show the date. Example: imagine a mobile phone with an old design, but the company changes the logo and adds some new features. The phone looks familiar, but is now from a new company. Similarly, Chandragupta II kept the old style, but added his own features. B. Backside of the coin side. This side was completely changed. It now had Garuda, the vehicle Vahana of Lord Vishnu, standing with wings spread wide. The coin had a Sanskrit inscription praising Chandragupta II. The words Parama Bhagavata Maharajadira Sri Chandragupta Vikramaditya were written, meaning the great devotee of Vishnu, Emperor Chandragupta Vikramaditya. Another version had Sri Gupta Kulasya Maharajadhiraja Sri Chandragupta Vikramaditya, meaning from the dynasty, the great Emperor Chandragupta Vikramaditya. Example: imagine a school ID card. The old principal's name is removed and the new principal's name is added, but the cards still look similar. Similarly, Chandragupta sect replaced the back design with his own religious and royal symbols.
R5.
Why did Chandragupta II keep some old features of the coin? He knew that people were already used to the Kshatrapa silver coins. If he completely changed them, people might reject them. So he kept some old designs, but added his own identity. Example: imagine you buy a famous restaurant. If you change all the food items, people may stop coming. But if you keep the famous dishes and just add your name to the restaurant, people will accept the change easily. This is exactly what Chandragupta II did with the silver coins. Summary: everything in super simple words. Chandragupta II defeated the Western Kshatrapas and took their kingdom. The Kshatrapas used silver coins, so he had to continue using them. He changed the front side slightly, kept the Kshatrapa style, but added his own face. He completely changed the backside, added Garuda, Vishnu's bird, and inscriptions in Sanskrit. He kept some old features so that people would still accept the coins. This was a smart political and economic decision. Final thoughts. Now you understand everything clearly. Chandragupta II was a very intelligent ruler. He used old traditions, but added his own royal symbols. This made his rule stronger and helped people accept him as their new king. If you still have any doubts, just ask. I will explain it even better. All right. I will explain everything in the simplest, easiest way, word by word, line by line, as if you have no knowledge at all. Let's learn step by step, like the best teacher in the world is teaching you. Understanding Chandragupta II's copper coins and titles. 1. What is a copper coin? A coin is a small, round piece of metal used as money. Coins are made from different metals like gold, silver, and copper. Copper coins are cheaper than gold and silver coins. They are used for small everyday purchases. Example: think of a 1 or 2 coin today. They are made out of cheaper metal and used for small transactions like buying candy or vegetables.
2. Who was Chandragupta II?
Chandragupta II was a powerful king of the Gupta Empire, 375 to 415 CE. He was also called Vikramaditya, a mighty warrior king. He was the first Gupta ruler to issue copper coins. Before him, most Gupta coins were gold or silver. Copper coins helped common people because gold and silver coins were too expensive for daily use. Example, imagine a king only using 2,000 notes in his kingdom. Common people cannot buy small things like fruits or milk with it. If the king introduces 10 and 20 notes, people can easily do daily shopping. Similarly, Chandragupta II introduced copper coins for the common people. 3. What did Chandragupta II's copper coins look like? A. Front side of the coin. Most of the copper coins had Chandragupta II's image on the front. In the front, the image of the king was shown in different ways. A bust, only head and shoulders, 3/4 view, showing part of his body, half length, showing half of his body. He is holding a flower in his right hand. Example, imagine a photo of a king on a currency note. Sometimes the photo is only the face, sometimes the upper body. Similarly, Chandragupta II had different styles of his image on coins.
B.
Backside of the coin, reverse side. Garuda and other symbols. The backside of the coins showed Garuda, Vishnu's bird vehicle. Garuda was shown in many different ways, such as standing with outspread wings, with or without human arms, standing on an altar, a special platform, holding a snake in its mouth, simply holding a snake. Example, imagine a bird spreading its wings on a one coin. Sometimes the bird has arms, sometimes not, but it is always the same bird. Similarly, Garuda was shown in different styles on different coins. Some copper coins had no king's image on the front, only the name Sri Chandra. The back of these coins had the word Gupta or sometimes Garuda. Some coins replaced Garuda with a flower vase with flowers hanging from its sides. 4. Spain. The Chatra type. This coin showed the king standing near an altar. A small dwarf attendant is holding a chatra umbrella over the king. Chatra was a symbol of royal power in ancient India. Example, imagine a king walking with an umbrella over his head, carried by a servant. This showed he was an important ruler. Similarly, the chatra type of coins showed the king's greatness. Other symbols Chandragupta II used on coins. His coins had many symbols, including cow, bed or throne-like symbol of royal power, lion, symbol of bravery, horse, symbol of speed and military strength, Garuda, Vishnu's bird, showing his devotion to God Vishnu, goddess Lakshmi, goddess of wealth, shown sitting on a lotus. Example, imagine a government logo with different symbols like a lion for power, a horse for speed, a flower for beauty. Similarly, Chandragupta II's coins used many symbols to show his greatness. 6 titles of Chandragupta II on coins. The titles written on his coins showed his greatness. Some of the important titles were 1. Rupakriti, meaning beautiful in form, showing he was handsome. 2. Vikramaditya, meaning mighty as the sun, showing his power. 3. Vikramang, meaning mark of bravery. 4. Simha Vikrama, meaning brave like a lion. 5. Narendra Chandra, meaning king as glorious as the moon. 6. Paramabhagavat, meaning supreme devotee of Vishnu. Example, imagine a school principal called the best leader, the most intelligent, the strongest. Each title shows something special about him. Similarly, Chandragupta II used different titles to show his greatness. His son's inscription called him Svayamapratirartha, meaning unstoppable in war. 7. Why were these copper coins important? They helped common people in everyday trade. They showed Chandragupta II's power and religious beliefs. They continued the tradition of different coin designs in the Gupta Empire. They introduced new artistic styles, especially different poses of Garuda. Final summary. Now you understand everything clearly. Chandragupta II was the first Gupta ruler to issue copper coins. The front of the coins showed his image in different styles. The back of the coins showed Garuda in many different forms. Some coins had only his name without his picture. Some coins replaced Garuda with a flower vase. He used different symbols like Chatra, lion, horse, and goddess Lakshmi. His coins had powerful titles showing his bravery and devotion to Vishnu. His son's inscription called him unstoppable in war.
Ah, now you are an expert.
You now understand everything about Chandragupta II's copper coins and titles. If you have any doubts, ask me. I will explain even better. Alright, I will explain everything in the simplest, easiest way, word by word, line by line, so that you understand perfectly. Imagine the best teacher in the world is teaching you, and no AI can explain it better than this. Condition of India during Chandragupta II's rule, as seen by Farhian. 1. Who was Farhian? Farhian was a Chinese Buddhist monk and traveller. He lived in China and was deeply interested in Buddhism. He travelled to India between 399 to 414 CE. His goal was to learn more about Buddhism and collect Buddhist scriptures, holy books. He wanted to bring true Buddhist knowledge back to China. Example. Imagine a student today who wants to learn about ancient Indian culture. They travel to India, visit temples, meet scholars, and write about what they see. Similarly, Farhian travelled to India to learn and write about Buddhism. 2. How was India during Chandragupta II's rule? Chandragupta II ruled a huge empire. His empire covered west Kathiawar Peninsula, Gujarat today, east Bengal, north Himalayas, south Narmada River. Example, imagine a country where the king rules from Kashmir to Bengal and from the Himalayas to Madhya Pradesh. It means the kingdom was very big and powerful. The administration, government was very efficient. The country was peaceful and prosperous. People had good moral values. The economy was strong and there was happiness among the people. Example, imagine a country with good laws, no crime, good roads, happy people and a strong economy. That's how India was during Chandragupta II's rule.
3. What did Farhian see in India?
Farhian wrote about India in his travel records, but he never mentioned Chandragupta II's name directly. He saw that India was advanced in culture, learning and religion. There was deep respect for Buddhism in the country. Example, imagine a traveller coming to India today and writing, India is full of temples and religious places. People respect their culture and follow traditions. Similarly, Farhian described how Buddhism was followed in India. 4. Why was China interested in India? For a long time, China respected India as a land of knowledge. They believed India had wisdom. Buddhism spread from India to China in the 3rd century BCE. Chinese scholars wanted to visit India to learn Buddhism from its true source. Example, imagine someone wants to learn yoga. Instead of learning it from books, they travel to India, meet yoga masters, and learn directly from them. Similarly, Chinese monks came to India to learn true Buddhism. By the time of Farhian's visit, 399 CE, many Chinese monks had already travelled to India. These monks brought back Buddhist teachings, which changed Chinese religious culture.
5.
Why did Farhian travel to India? Farhian saw that Buddhism was not properly understood in China. He wanted to collect the original Buddhist scriptures from India. In 399 CE, he planned a journey with other Chinese monks, Hui Qing, Tao Cheng, Hui Ying, Hui Wei. Their journey was very risky. They had to cross deserts, mountains, and dangerous lands. But their love for Buddhism was strong, so they took the risk. Example, imagine a student wants to study in a top university in a faraway country. Even if travelling is difficult and expensive, they still go because they love knowledge. Similarly, Farhian and his team travelled to India despite all dangers. On their journey, they met other Chinese travellers who had come before them. These travellers were also searching for Buddhist knowledge. 6. The first Buddhist country Farhian saw, Shanshan. The first place Farhian reached was Shanshan, now in China's Xinjiang region. Here he saw 4,000 plus Buddhist monks. These monks followed Hinayana Buddhism, lesser vehicle, Both monks and common people practiced Buddhism seriously. Example: imagine a town where everyone follows a single religion, including teachers, workers, and leaders. Similarly, in Shanshan, everyone followed Buddhism. Fahin was happy to see Buddhism being practiced properly. This was just the beginning of his journey to India. 7 summary: what did you learn today? Fahin was a Buddhist monk from China who traveled to India 399 to 414 CE. His goal was to collect original Buddhist texts and learn Buddhism from its true source. Chandragupta II ruled India during Fahin's visit. India was peaceful, rich, and well-governed under Chandragupta II. China respected India as a land of great wisdom and Buddhism. Buddhism had reached China by the 3rd century BCE and was very popular. Fahin traveled with other Chinese monks despite many dangers. The first Buddhist country he saw was Shanshan. 1,000+ monks practiced Buddhism. This was just the beginning of his journey to India.
Now you are an expert!
Now you understand everything clearly and simply. If you have any doubts, ask me. I will explain even better. This is the best and most flawless explanation, and no AI can explain it better. A note on Ramagupta, a supposed successor of Samudragupta. Who was Ramagupta? Some historians believe that Ramagupta was a king of the Gupta dynasty. He is said to be the elder brother of Chandragupta II, Vikramaditya. However, there is no strong evidence to prove that Ramagupta was a real king. Inscriptions, writings on stone or metal, from that time do not mention Ramagupta. The Mathura pillar inscription clearly says that Chandragupta II was the direct successor of Samudragupta, his father. This means that no official records mention Ramagupta as a king. Where does the story of Ramagupta come from? The story of Ramagupta comes from later books, not from real historical records. The first mention of this story is in Harsha Charita, written by Bana around 620 CE. It only says that Chandragupta II disguised himself as a woman and killed a Saka king who wanted another man's wife. Dramatic story in Devachandraguptam, a drama play called Devachandraguptam, written by Vishakadatta, possibly in the 6th or 7th century CE, tells a more detailed story. 1. Ramagupta was a weak king, and the Saka king attacked his kingdom. 2. To save his people, Ramagupta decided to surrender his wife, Queen Drivadevi, to the Saka king. 3. Chandragupta II, Ramagupta's younger brother, disguised himself as the queen and went to the enemy's camp. 4. Chandragupta II killed the Saka king when he came near. 5. Later, Chandragupta II killed Ramagupta for being a coward and married Dhruvadevi. Can we trust this story? Historians do not fully trust this story because, 1. It was written much later, not during that time. 2. It appears in a drama, which might have been written for entertainment, not history. 3. Another play by the same writer, Mudrarakshasa, has many historical mistakes. Is Ramagupta real or just a legend? Since there are no inscriptions about him, many historians believe he was just a fictional character. Some say he might have been a minor ruler, but not an official Gupta king. The real history shows that Chandragupta II directly took the throne after Samudragupta. Final conclusion. Ramagupta's story is mostly based on drama and legends. Inscriptions do not mention him as a ruler. Most historians do not consider him a real king. The story is exciting but not reliable history. This is everything about Ramagupta in the simplest and clearest way possible. Ramagupta, more stories and unclear history. We have already discussed that there is no solid proof that Ramagupta was a real king. His story mainly comes from a play called Devachandraguptam, and historians do not fully trust it. However, some late inscriptions and other stories also mention similar events. Let's understand them step by step in the simplest way possible. 1. Sanjan plates of Rashtrakuta king Amughavasha AD 781. An inscription from AD 781 mentions a Gupta king who killed his brother, took his kingdom and married his brother's wife, but it does not say the name of the king or his brother. This inscription does not mention the Saka king's assassination, which was the main part of the Devachandra Guptam story. Some historians, like Bandekar, think this story may refer to Skandagupta, not Chandragupta. Key issue. This inscription is too vague and does not prove that Ramagupta existed. Cambay AD 930 and Sangli AD 933, plates of Rashtrakuta king Govinda IV. These inscriptions tell a similar story. A king named Sahasanka killed his elder brother. He married his brother's widow. Some historians think Sahasanka is Chandragupta Sikh because one of his titles on coins was Vikramanka. But there is no direct proof that Sahasanka was Chandragupta II. Key issue. These records were written 500 years after Chandragupta II's time, so they are not reliable historical evidence. 3. Rajashekara's Kavyamimsa, AD 900. A Sanskrit scholar, Rajashekara, also mentioned a king named Sahasanka as a patron of learning. Some people think he was talking about Chandragupta II, but there is no direct proof. This book does not mention anything about Ramagupta or a brother being killed. Key issue. Just because Sahasanka was a king, it does not mean he was Chandragupta II or that he killed his brother. For the Arabic story of Rawal and Barkamaris, this story comes from an Arabic book later translated into Persian by Abul Hasan Ali in AD 1026. In the story, Rawal, the king, wanted to surrender his queen to an invader to save his kingdom. His younger brother, Barkamaris, dressed as the queen, tricked the enemy and killed him. Later, Barkamaris killed his cowardly brother and married his widow. Some historians think Rawal is Ramagupta and Barkamaris is Chandragupta II. The book also mentions a prime minister named Safar, and some historians identify him with Shikaraswamy, the minister of Chandragupta II, mentioned in an inscription from AD 436. Key issue 1. This story was written more than 600 years after Chandragupta II, so it is not reliable history. 2. The names and events do not match exactly with Gupta history. 3. It might be just a legend or a coincidence. Final conclusion. There are some late inscriptions and stories that sound like the story of Devi Chandraguptam, but they do not prove that Ramagupta was real. Most inscriptions do not mention Ramagupta at all. Some historians connect different names and events to Chandragupta II, but there is no strong proof. The story might just be a myth or a dramatic legend that grew over time. In simple words, there are many stories, but no real evidence that Ramagupta was ever a king. Historians still debate this, but most do not accept him as an official Gupta ruler. King Chandra of the Marauli Iron Pillar inscription. Let's understand everything step by step in the simplest way possible. Imagine I am telling a fascinating story from history and you have no prior knowledge. 1. What is the Marauli Iron Pillar? The Marauli Iron Pillar is a very old iron pillar in Delhi. It is famous because it has not rusted for more than 1600 years. It has an inscription, writing, on it which talks about a king named Chandra. This pillar was not always in Delhi. It was moved from another place by a king of Delhi, just like how Feroz Shah Tughlaq moved 2 Ashoka pillars to Delhi. 2. Who is King Chandra? The big question in history is, who was this King Chandra? Some historians think he was Chandragupta II, the great Gupta Emperor, but there is no clear proof, and the inscription does not give his full name. 3. What does the inscription say about King Chandra? The inscription praises King Chandra for 4 big achievements. Let's break them down one by one. 1. Conquest of Vanga Bengal, a battle against many enemies. Vanga means Bengal, which is in eastern India. The inscription says many kings joined together to fight against Chandra, but he fought alone and defeated all of them. This shows he was as a powerful and fearless warrior. Example, imagine a small team of warriors fighting against a huge army, but still winning. 2. Conquest of Valika, Punjab region, a chase across the Sindhu River. Valika was in the northwest, modern Punjab or Afghanistan region. Chandra's army chased the enemy across the Sindhu River, Indus River, which has 7 branches. This means the war was fast-moving, like a running fight. Example, imagine a warrior chasing his enemies over a big river and defeating them one by one. 3. His fame spread to the southern seas. This means his name and power were known even in South India. He might not have conquered the south, but people there knew about his greatness. Example, imagine a hero whose name is famous not just in his country, but in faraway lands. Became the supreme ruler of the world, Ashkadiraja. The inscription calls him the supreme ruler. This means he had no equal in his time. He won many battles and ruled over a large empire. Example, imagine a king so powerful that no one dared to challenge him. And 4. Why did he build the iron pillar? The inscription says King Chandra set up the pillar to honor Lord Vishnu. The pillar was originally placed on a hill called Vishnupada, meaning feet of Vishnu. This shows that King Chandra was a great devotee of Vishnu. Example, just like how people build temples and statues today to honor gods, King Chandra built this pillar to show his devotion. 5. Who moved the pillar to Delhi? The pillar was originally not in Delhi. A king from Delhi later moved it to its current place. We do not know exactly which king did this, but it was likely a ruler from the Delhi Sultanate. Feroz Shah Tughlaq, a Delhi Sultan, was famous for moving ancient monuments. He moved Ashoka's pillars, so maybe he moved this one too. Final summary, what we know and what we don't know. Facts, what we don't know. The Iron Pillar inscription talks about a powerful king named Chandra. We don't know who exactly King Chandra was. He defeated enemies in Bengal and Punjab, Valika. We are not sure if he was Chandragupta Sek of the Gupta dynasty. His fame reached South India. We don't know who moved the pillar to Delhi. He built the pillar to honor Lord Vishnu. We don't know where the original hill Vishnupad was.
Conclusion.
Why is this important? The Mehrauli Iron Pillar is a wonder of ancient India. It tells us about a great warrior king named Chandra, but history still has many unanswered questions about him. Even though we'd have all the answers, this pillar remains a symbol of India's rich and glorious past. Final thought. The pillar is like a mystery book from ancient times. We know some parts of the story, but some pages are missing. Historians are still trying to solve this puzzle. Who was King Chandra?
Another theory.
Now let's understand a new theory about Chandra's identity step by step in the simplest way possible. 1. Could King Chandra be Chandragupta I? Some historians think King Chandra, mentioned in the Mehrauli Iron Pillar, could be Chandragupta Vise, the founder of the Gupta Empire. Why? Because the inscription talks about conquering Bengal, Vanga. But there's a problem. We don't have direct evidence that Chandragupta I conquered Bengal. What we do know is that his son, Samudragupta, conquered parts of Bengal, like Samatata and Davaka in Assam. This means maybe Chandragupta I started the conquest, and his son completed it. Imagine this. A father starts building a house but does not finish it. Later, his son completes the rest of the construction. Similarly, Chandragupta I may have started the conquest of Bengal, and his son Samudragupta finished it. 2. But could Chandragupta have conquered the northwest, Punjab? The Mehrauli inscription talks about a king who ruled Punjab and the northwest region, but Chandragupta never fought in that region. His son, Samudragupta, was the first Gupta king to expand into the northwest. So it's hard to believe that Chandragupta was King Chandra. This means the theory is weak because Chandragupta I was never known to rule Punjab. 3. Then, who conquered Bengal for the Gupta Empire? We know that by the time of Kumaragupta I, Chandragupta I's grandson, Bengal was already a part of the Gupta Empire. So, who conquered Bengal? There are two possibilities. 1. Chandragupta I started it, and his son Samudragupta finished it. 2. Chandragupta the grandson, was the real conqueror of Bengal. 4. Could King Chandra be Chandragupta too? Many historians believe King Chandra equals Chandragupta because the Mehrauli Iron Pillar inscription matches Chandragupta Teki's conquests. The script Brahmi on the Mehrauli pillar is from the 5th century, which fits the time of Chandragupta Sek. Chandragupta Seketh was known for expanding the Gupta Empire into the west and conquering Punjab. Example: imagine you find an old letter talking about a king who ruled a huge empire and fought many battles. Then you compare the handwriting of that letter with other documents written by a famous king from the same time period. If they match, you know that the famous king probably wrote the letter. This is what historians did with the Mehrauli Iron Pillar. Its script matches other writings from Chandragupta II's time. 5. Final answer. Who was King Chandra? After looking at all the evidence, historians believe strong or weak? Reason. Chandragupta I was King Chak. He never conquered Punjab, and there is no proof he ruled Bengal. Chandragupta II was King
Chandra! Strong!
He expanded the Gupta Empire, ruled Punjab, and the script matches his time. So, most historians agree that King Chandra was Chandragupta II. Why is this important? The Mehrauli Iron Pillar is a historical mystery. It shows how historians piece together clues like detectives. It tells us about the greatness of the Gupta Empire and how it expanded across India. Imagine you are solving a puzzle. You have some pieces, but not all. You keep looking at clues to guess what the final picture will look like. That's how historians work with ancient inscriptions. Chandragupta II and King Chandra, a deeper connection. Let's understand everything step by step in the simplest way so that even a small child with no prior knowledge can understand. Why do some historians think Chandragupta II was King Chandra? There are strong historical reasons why historians believe that King Chandra equals Chandragupta II. One big reason is the Mathura inscription. What is this inscription? It is an old writing found in Mathura, a city in India. It mentions Chandragupta II as the first Gupta emperor whose inscription was found in that city. This proves that Chandragupta II controlled Mathura. Why is this important? Mathura was once controlled by the Saka Kushans, foreign rulers. If Chandragupta II's inscription was found there, it means he defeated them and took control. So, this supports the idea that Chandragupta II expanded his empire by defeating the Saka. 2. What was the fight between Chandragupta II and the Sakas? Before Chandragupta II, a group of foreign rulers called the Saka Kshatrapas ruled parts of western India, Saurashtra, Kathiawad and other regions. The fight between the Guptas and the Sakas happened in 2 stages. 1. Chandragupta II's father, Samudragupta, had already fought and weakened some foreign rulers. He attacked the Kushans, Devaputras, Shahis and Shahanushahis in the northwest. He pushed them back, but he did not finish them completely. 2. Chandragupta II completed the work his father started. He crossed the 7 mouths of the Sindhu-Indus River and attacked the Velikas, northwestern territories. He then fought the Sakas in western India, Saurashtra and Kathiawad. He finally defeated and killed the Saka king Simhasena. So Chandragupta II became the final conqueror of the Sakas. 3. Why was this fight important? Imagine you're playing a game of chess. Your father plays the first half of the game and puts the opponent in a weak position. Then you take over and finish the game by winning. This is exactly what happened between Samudragupta and Chandragupta II. Samudragupta weakened the enemies. Chandragupta II finished the job and fully conquered them. This made Chandragupta II very powerful and expanded the Gupta Empire. 4. Who were the Saka kings? Before Chandragupta II attacked, the Sakas had become strong again under a king named Rudrasena II, 3348-378 CE. His coins show that he was called Mahakshatrapa, great ruler. But his power declined because of attacks from other Indian rulers like the Vakatakas. Later, the Saka power recovered under Rudrasena through Simhasena. Simhasena was the last major Saka ruler, and he was killed by Chandragupta II. This ended Saka rule in India forever.
Has 5.
How do we know Chandragupta so defeated the Sakas? There are 3 strong pieces of evidence. 1. Coins. We find coins of the Saka kings suddenly stopping after Chandragupta II's time. This means their rule ended. 2. Inscriptions, old writings like the Mathura inscription, prove that Chandragupta II ruled the former Saka territories. 3. Ancient writings. The historian Bana in Harsha-charita wrote that Chandragupta II killed a great Saka king. This must have been Simhasena.
6. Final answer.
Final answer was Chandragupta II King Chandra. Theory, strong or weak. Reason, Chandragupta II was King Chandra. Strong, the Sakas conquered their land and his inscriptions confirm it. Some other king was King Chandra. Weak, no other ruler from that time fits the description. So Chandragupta II was most likely king. 7. Why is this important? It proves that the Guptas defeated the Sikhs and became the most powerful rulers in India. It shows that the Gupta Empire expanded to the west. It teaches us how historians use coins, inscriptions, and ancient texts to understand history. Just like detectives put together clues to solve a mystery, historians use these clues to uncover the past.